Hello. In this video I'm going to combine two existing programs that I'm getting off the 42 Penguins wiki. One will show the lists of the animals that are already in the CSV file, and the second one will give us the opportunity to add an animal to the list and then show us what the list is at the moment. So let's see if we can find the code. Here it is. So here is the first program. This is in the CSV part of the wiki, and I'm just going to import all of that. You actually see me talking through this in a separate video, so I'm going to do it pretty quickly here. We're getting the necessary libraries up here. We're using the OS library to work out what directory the pet CSV, well actually what this file itself, as in this program manage pets, is sitting in, and it's going to then print this is the directory so that I can see it. I'll probably take that out for the finished product. And then I'm going to set up these lists, which are all empty at this point. We're going to read the CSV. We're using that path that we made before with the OS library and setting up this file, and then we're creating another object using the CSV reader for that, and then we're going through it line by line and we're adding the bits of the CSV to the lists, which they call them. They're arrays, but in Python they call them lists. And then we're cycling through the arrays or the lists, and we're showing what the values are. So let's have a look at that in action. Here we go. It tells me that that's where my file is, and that's correct. And it's going through and basically showing me the contents of my very simple database. Well, what I'm going to do before I move on is I'm actually going to move this bit of code here, the one about reading. I'm going to put that into a function. So I'm going to call that read pets. I'm not going to be passing in any argument. And now I need to indent all of this, and I can actually just do that by highlighting it all and pressing the tab key. So everything's moved across, and now I'm just going to go down a bit and I'm going to read pets. What did I call it? Def read pets, yep. Def read pets, yep. Not def read pets, I'm just going to call it, and let's see it do its job. There you go. So from the user point of view, it's a very similar thing, but I'm not parameterizing it, I'm making it modular, so that now I can make myself a new function called add pet. Again, trying to make that as meaningful as I can. And now I'm going to add the second bit of code. Now, I'm not going to use this first section here because that actually exists in both places, so I don't need to reintroduce those libraries. They already exist. So I'm just going to grab the stuff that's unique, and that's what's going to go in here. Now, the indenting isn't right, so new name's right because that belongs to that function. I'm going to need to tidy all of that up manually. I think that I can just highlight, yeah, that worked. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read pets, I'm going to add pet, and then I'm going to read pets again. So hopefully we should see the list, and then we'll see the list with the name of the new pet added. So let's see if that works. I might just make my shell a little bit bigger here just so that we've got more space. Alright, there's everybody we've got so far. Okay, so let's add Trixie. Now Trixie is a dog, and her nickname or her secret name is Trixie Bellbottoms. There we go. So it added it, it got it, it wrote it to the CSV file, and then it read the CSV file again, and we see there that Trixie has been added to it. So we were able to make that more efficient by having it more modular, so that I didn't have to rewrite that code for read pets. I could just reuse it so that I can see it. You can imagine if you were using this as a registration system, you know, for dogs at the local council and so forth. So I hope that's been useful to you, and I'll see you in another video.